Hey, what's good? It's your boy Mixtape Moth, and today I'm going to hit y'all with a review of the new Dave East and Millyz EP entitled Pablo and Blanco. Let's get to it. Alright, so this is the new collaborative EP between Harlem rapper Dave East and Cambridge MC Millyz. The two have worked together for years, but now they have finally joined forces for this Pablo and Blanco project, which was recorded entirely in Medellin, Colombia. So this isn't the first hip-hop album to be recorded in Medellin, but I think it holds some kind of weight if you're a street rapper to have it recorded there. Now, both Dave East and Millyz have a mutual affiliation with the Lox. Dave East not only lists the group as one of his biggest rap influences, but he also has a project with Styles P from 2018 entitled Beloved. Millyz, on the other hand, is actually signed to Jadakiss's So Raspy label and has tracks with Lox members as well. So this new project, Pablo and Blanco, is a 6-song EP that lasts a brief 13.5 minutes. There is a Colombian drug lord theme found throughout, both conceptually and musically, as Dave East and Millyz pay tribute to the drug kingpin Pablo Escobar and drug queenpin Griselda Blanco over Colombian inspired backdrops. There is only one feature, and it's a hook by Shy Godly. Static Selecta also contributes in the form of some scratching on the final song. But with that being said, let me go ahead and hit y'all with this track by track breakdown. The opener Pablo y Blanco intro has a Colombian woman talking over a cinematic instrumental. It's just setting the stage for Dave East and Millyz to get into their Pablo and Blanco routine. It creates a Narcos or Queen of the South kind of vibe. The first actual song, Body for Body, is a bass heavy banger with a sped up guitar that sounds kind of eerie and some fast moving keys. Millyz sets it off with, all my life I've been a dope dealer, busting licks out the rental ride. I built an enterprise out the enterprise. You get the sense that Millyz is a real street dude who has done his fair share of dirt before. And while I like the intensity to which he's rapping and the swag that he brought on this particular track, I thought it was Dave East who had the best verse. Be careful in this section, there's a bunch of danger in it. I be moving around like there's a bunch of strangers near me. I don't gotta be a gangster. I was born with gangster in me. When dudes had the Jordans, I came with the pennies. So Dave East is letting you know that he's been a trendsetter and that being a gangster is something that is in him, not on him. Altogether, I thought this was a strong first track with a dope and chilling beat. Track 3, Pablo and Blanco, has a melodic and lush composition with a harp, violin, and Spanish guitars. It's probably the most authentic Colombian style instrumental I've heard in a while. It has that real plugs I met feel. What you have here is a dope back and forth between Millyz and Dave East. The two are going bar for bar, showing their chemistry, and it's pretty evident that these two were both students of the Lox's back and forth trading of bars. Millyz raps, "Slug, I hit his middle and open a mosh pit," while Dave East states, "I did a bid, but I didn't learn my lesson. I still be with killers, a lot of aggression. Put a note on his body, that way he can die with a message." It's just some real sinister crime boss shit. I also liked when Dave East said, "I be in Boston, I might be in Harlem. She kept falling for me, I call that bitch Autumn." The song Trafficking Business has another Spanish guitar plucking instrumental, although it's slightly darker than the preceding track. I really dug this beat and the menacing vibe, but I gotta say I wasn't too impressed lyrically. And that's because they didn't really stay on topic. I expected Millyz and Dave East to spit more intricate drug distribution raps, but rather they talked about the shooting of a porn in a condo and just living this life of excess. Perhaps they were just trying to broadly depict the lifestyle of two arrogant drug lords, but I would have preferred if their coke raps were a little more detailed, especially given the title Trafficking Business. The second to last track, Groupie, has a trap layered instrumental with Spanish guitars and horns. It's a little wavy, but more formulaic than the other song. We get an auto-tune hook from Shy Godly. I don't really like it or hate it. It's just okay, but I suppose there's a decent enough vibe to this one overall. This finds Dave East and Millyz annoyed by all the groupies who nag, and want so desperately to be down, despite having little to offer in return. As Dave East puts it, I wouldn't try to pursue it. She got a gram, but she ain't got a hustle. You ain't about nothing. Think, why would I touch you? I could just let one of my homies come fuck you. So he's talking greasy to the groupies, letting them know that they don't have much to contribute. This one was okay, although easily the most cookie cutter of them all. Then the project closes out with Chapo, and this feels like a bonus record because sonically it sounds nothing like the others. It's a punchy and atmospheric boom-bap record with some scratches from Static Selecta. I like this one a lot, but they totally abandoned the Spanish-styled production theme here. And while I welcome some variety, as the previous tracks sounded a bit too similar instrumentally, this just seemed like an odd way to end the project. But it's a dope beat, and they are spitting as Dave East raps. 100 pounds in Ani kitchen like we trying to break the sink. Ain't nobody gonna tell you how to get rich. I think it chinks. Got the chef on repeat. I'm only built for Cuban links. Overall, I give this EP a rating of 3 mics. It's a cool little project that is good worth checking out with some dope moments. Now, I can't say that they dabbled in the most original theme here, as the whole Pablo Escobar and Narcos narrative has been run into the ground for quite a while. But I will say the two did a good job of creating a mood and tapping into this Colombian drug lord aesthetic. Even though I would have preferred a more creative take on the overall theme, I did like the majority of the instrumentals and the intensity to which they rapped, and you could tell they were having fun on this one. I wish they could have gone a little deeper songwriting wise to make things a little more vivid and more compelling. But at the end of the day, I think it's worth checking out, as Dave East and Millyz are spitting and they seem to have good chemistry together, and the beats are mostly dope. My favorite tracks include Body for Body, Pablo and Blanco, and Chapo. Let me know what you thought about this EP in the comment section below. It's your boy Mixtape Moth. I'm signing out, but be sure to hit that like button and please subscribe. As always, it's peace and blessings. Dave East, Millyz, Pablo and Blanco, 1.